What do they call you?
Oh, Camel. What about Camel? My name since I'm like 9 years old.
Were you incarcerated for, sir, and how long was your sentence?
Charges with charges originally was 187, two 187s, and it got dismissed to 192, which is voluntary manslaughter, and 664 slash dash 187, which is an attempted murder. Keep my feelings within myself. That a real man don't show feelings. Real man don't cry. Very young when she had me, she was 16. So my dad was an alcoholic when I was 8 months. He used to play the Russian roulette. He blew his head. He was playing with some cousins. So yeah, I grew up around violence a lot. I was 6, 7 years old when I was taught how to shoot a gun. You know, my uncles were hunting, and I always felt like, my mom couldn't be there. I didn't understand it at the time, but uh, when I was younger, I felt it like if they had abandoned me. I was always growing up with my uncles and my grandma, and when I was 16, I moved in with my mom for the first time, and I went to school. Everything to a community college. The place where I live is a place where whoever you pick as your friends define you. So if you pick this group of friends, you can kick it with certain individuals because everybody's either related or from a gang. I personally, I'm not from a gang, but I will hang around a lot of people who was from a gang. So they're enemies. The enemy of my friend is my enemy. So I always have that mentality, and that led me into a lot of trouble. Uh, Prior to the incident that happened, my incarceration, prior to that, I had multiple times that people try to take my life.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
The first time I was coming from school, somebody was waiting close to my house, hiding in the bushes. He was waiting with a kitchen knife and tried to take my life. And the second time I got shot at, ever since I decided to carry a gun for my own personal safety. I started carrying a gun. I never really thought that I was gonna end up in jail. I knew that my friends were involved in illicit activities, but me personally, I always try to be into more like a party guy. I always try to party. I always try to go out and have fun. I was never really looking into violence, but then again, all the repressed feelings that I had every time the situation that involved violence came into my way, every time that happened, it will be a very deep experience because I would just snap out and lose control of what I was doing and end up hurting people. What happened to my Some people try to rob me, and I was with my friends. People try to rob me, and instead of acting like a normal person will just give up whatever they have and make a report. I try to take justice into my own hands, get away. I was waiting for them to get away from me, and they didn't. They thought I was bluffing, and me and my victim, we got into an altercation, a physical altercation, and that led to something else where I ended up, uh, um, I ended up on the floor, and all his friends were jumping me, and me having a gun. Was so bad. So I was just on the floor getting beat down, and I took out my gun. I put a shot just to scare them. But I shot, hurt them. Shot one, shot the second one. He fell on the ground. I still shot him one more time. Of all the anger that I had, they they had humiliated me in front of everybody. People that I don't even know. Uh, I was worried about the image that I had. Took the life of one, and the other one, he survived. A couple months later, I got arrested. I was facing 75 years to life. Well, on my case, the FBI got involved. I have no idea why, but they had me under surveillance. They knew it was me. They knew it was me because of my car, and because an eyewitness reported me. So they knew it was me. They had me in face recognition programs and everything from the FBI, but they never arrested me right there and then. They followed me. They did surveillancing me, and honestly, I have no idea why they did the surveillance. I'm guessing because they thought I was involved in something deeper. But the morning I got caught, uh, I was studying to become a RN, and I had missed already like 2 weeks of class. So I remember that day I put my scrubs, the nurses, they put the scrubs on, the uniform, the white uniform, and I'm walking down the street to go to my car, and I'm actually using my phone. I'm using my phone, sending a Snapchat, and I see a car behind me, like it's going very slow, scraping on me. And the first thing that comes into my head is they're gonna kill me. So I duck. I try to run, and I looked at the car, and I just see it was like a M16 just pointing at me. It's like I'm going out of nowhere, out of the other car. Another guy gets off and tells me, "Yeah, get on the ground." So I thought that was the only thing that happened, but I guess when that was going on,
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
when that was going on with me, they were kicking my door, my house door too, and my little brother was right there, my mom was right there, my stepdad, my grandpa was right there, and that's something that hurt me, and that's something that traumatized my mother up to today. She's traumatized and she's in life because they treated her like she was the criminal. I have no problem if they had treated me wrong, but they treated my family like if they were criminals too. They got him out of bed half naked, took him outside the house. They tied him behind their back, and they had him sitting down like in front of all my neighbors. And I find this out until later on. That day, I was just concerned within myself, you know. It was just like I was so blind that all I seen was myself. I never thought about my family at the time. I never thought about my little brother at the time. But when I found that out, it hurt me. It hit me, you know, something broke in me. And knowing that our actions can affect the people we really love. You opened my eyes. It was a really eye opener. Ever since I've been incarcerated, fought my case for 2 years. Ended up getting 18 years, no life. So I had a lot of time to think about myself, about uh, that night of the incident. And, you know, even though this is a place where you don't show weakness, if you ask me if I regret taking somebody's life, yeah, I do. I do. With all my heart, I do, because I understand that that person is somebody's son, somebody's dad, somebody's brother, as a human being. And well, see, at the beginning, I I've seen it as an opportunity, you know, to grow. And I started reading self-help books. I started trying to understand myself. Why why is it that I do certain things? Why is it that I'm scared of commitment? Why is it that I push people? Why is this? And I have understood myself. I can't say that I understand myself to 100%, but I have vast knowledge of who I am now. It has affected me it has affected me mentally in the aspect of I haven't seen my mom in 6 years. I haven't seen her neither through glass, neither through visit, because you have to remember that being in here is like being stuck in time, while out there, outside those walls, y'all have a life going on, you know? Life happened to my family where their house got on fire. My mom had a new kid. I have a baby brother now, and all that have hindered her from coming and give me that time. But I don't resent her no more for it, because at the end of the day, I know I put myself in this place. At the end of the day, I know that they're dealing with life, and it is hard for us in here to understand that people out there still got lives that gotta be lived, bills gotta be paid. Just so much out there. Like now, I think about it, and it's just like I don't think I'll feel comfortable. Being in here so long that I don't feel that I'll be comfortable around a lot of people, because constantly I'm in here. I gotta be taking care of myself. I gotta be, you know, like I gotta be a state. My mentality has to be in the place where I'm at, because anything could go down, anything could happen. Like people lose their lives in this place.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
People lose their lives on the daily in here. So if you're not careful what you say or how you conduct yourself, you're gonna end up in a wreck. And that mentality, I know it's not a mentality to take out there. So it's hard when you know that you're going home, but home is still far away. So you still gotta live with that. Take care of yourself. Myself, like having had human interaction like that in so long, like you know, like everybody in here is a rock. Nobody shows feelings. Everybody conducts themselves in certain manner. uh, I haven't been able to open myself to someone like I'm doing right now with you, and it's just like it's a relief that there's somebody out there willing to hear us. There's somebody out there interested in what's going on with us, what really is going on with us, because there's there's organizations that come there, they just come and they see us, but they don't ask us, they don't put the interest in us. They just come and see that we're living alright. There's no leaks in the toilet. There's no rats living with us, and that's it. That's all they do. They don't really, just don't take for granted anything. Everything. Every day is a blessing. Every day, I mean, in here, and I get to walk out there and see the sun. That's a blessing. Every day that you guys are out there, see your family face to face. That's a blessing. Every day that you have somebody that's gonna be there for you and love you and support you for whatever it is. That's the angel in this God place. Those instances of finding somebody somebody that really gonna support you in good and bad is very rare. It's rare. You don't find that anywhere. You just enjoy your blessings. It's not worth it. No worth it. 5 minutes of satisfaction they're gonna give you. You get into an altercation with somebody instead of walking away. You walked away, you didn't lose anything, you didn't lose your life, you didn't lose your time. It's sometimes there's certain circumstances that are not worth it. It's just not worth to get involved into it.